The Dungeness River originates high in the North Olympic mountain range of Washington State, near the City of Sequim in Clallam County. 546 miles of streams and tributaries feed the second steepest river in the United States, dropping 7,300 feet to the Dungeness Bay and the Strait of Juan de Fuca. The river supports 4 species of ESA-listed salmon and steelhead, along with providing 170 miles of irrigation ditch and pipeline that support about 6,000 acres throughout the lower Dungeness Valley. The lower Dungeness is prone to severe winter flooding, which affects the city of Sequim as well. But for all its raging, the river faces a threat not seen before in modern times: climate change.
Well, the Dungeness Off-Channel Reservoir Project is really one of the first significant things that the county has undertaken to try and address the reality of climate change and help us adapt to it.
Climate change is changing the way we manage water and what's even available to us. There are many who want to debate it, but we see it in evidence when we witness that the snowpack and the glaciers are no longer there in the kind of abundance that they have been for so many generations.
We have a snow-dominant system that's moving to a rain-dominant system, meaning we're getting more rainfall and less snowfall. And so our snowpack reservoirs are not getting supplied like they used to. 2015 was an excellent example where we had historic low flows, the worst drought in Washington State history. Our river dropped to 60 cubic feet per second, which was not enough water for salmon to make it upstream to their spawning grounds.
Irrigation is a crucial component of keeping our farm viable moving into the future. We have a large amount of water between rainfall, storm events that move through this community. Our challenge is being able to have that water available when we need it late in the irrigation season.
So the irrigators have worked very hard over the last 25 years to conserve water. Most of the conservation work has been piping open irrigation ditches, which were very inefficient in terms of conveying water to the fields. The proposed reservoir will store enough water to supply almost all of the irrigation requirements on the east side of the Dungeness River during the last month or two of the irrigation season.
The city views stormwater as a resource. Taking this water into this off-channel reservoir, it can be used many times for salmon, for agriculture, for aquifer recharge, and to reduce flooding in the city of Sequim. Right now, we're taking freshwater resource, stormwater, moving it right through town out to the Strait of Juan de Fuca. We're turning fresh water into salt water, and that doesn't make any sense.
The beauty of this design is that it's got a twice yearly fill and drain cycle. In a normal year, it's going to be filled in the winter with the usual winter rainy season runoff, and then drained in the spring for aquifer recharge. Again, in the normal year, it would be refilled in May, June with snowmelt runoff, and then drained in August for irrigation purposes. In a low snowpack year, in contrast, if you can see that there's no snowpack that's going to result in snowmelt in that late spring time frame, you save that water from the winter rains all the way till August, and you've still got your irrigation water.
We're also looking at creating a new county park. We'll have access to the river. We'll have all kinds of uses from hiking and birding to equestrian trails. It will be a tremendous asset for the public of Clallam County and folks that live in and around the Dungeness Valley to come up and enjoy their river and have a park that's right next to the river.
Before we can build an off-channel reservoir, we had to find an appropriate location, and we identified a site that's currently managed by the State Department of Natural Resources. And we were so pleased to learn that our application for a trust land transfer was supported by the Department of Natural Resources and made their list of recommendations to the state legislature.
It's an initiative by all of our partners, the city, the county, the stakeholders, and the tribe. is a way for us to be smarter about the future generations. That climate change is making a difference in the way we're doing business and how we're becoming better stewards of that resource.
Well, a big part of the story here is how well so many local governmental entities and organizations are working together to plan and advance this big and important project. And it's because of the experience working together over the years that we have such an effective working group pushing this project forward right now.
This idea, this proposal is grassroots popular without question. Every single person that we tell about it has the same reaction, that we need it immediately, if not sooner.
Reservoir benefits include significant flow restoration for ESA-listed species, long-term agricultural viability, improved stormwater management and flood mitigation, increased aquifer recharge, water resource protection, a new 320-acre county park with river frontage, and climate resiliency for fish, farms, and people.